Hey everyone, welcome back to Bachelor Happy Hour. I'm Joe.
And I'm Serena.
And we are here today with Jill. Jill, welcome back to Bachelor Happy Hour.
Thank you. It is fabulous to be here.
Yeah, it's been a while. When was the last time we had you on? What was it for? Do you remember?
I have no idea.
Didn't
It's
you
too
come
long
on
ago.
and co-host
I did.
something with me?
Well, yeah, and then you were gallivanting for a little bit, and I took over. So yeah, I've been really picking up a lot of your slack.
Oh yeah, that's true.
What
yeah.
were you doing? You left Jill hanging all alone?
No,
Yeah.
I
had some other people.
I think I was on the goat at the time.
Yes,
Oh,
he was. He
Yeah.
was. Yes.
I see.
Moving on from that, Jill, we saw you in I think Newport a while back, right? Was it
Yeah.
Newport that we saw you? And
Probably. Yeah.
I remember you had a boyfriend that had a mustache.
Yes. Very,
Okay.
yeah, very good. That's right.
Okay, what happened to that boyfriend?
Well, you could probably. Oh, he dumped me at the beginning of the year. Oh,
At the beginning of this year.
yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. So
After-
tough start to the year, but we turned it around kind
We
of with
turned
Bachelor
it-
in Paradise.
Yeah, sure. If you want it, that's a good way to put it. Yeah, I mean, but honestly, like after that relationship, it took me probably about like 30 seconds to get over it. So sorry, but like I was so it was time. It was like
Yeah.
actually a really good positive thing.
Okay. That's good.
Okay, so then leading up, so break up beginning of the year,
Mhm.
Bachelor in Paradise, people don't leave I think like till end of May-ish.
No, it was earlier this year.
It was
They filmed
earlier.
in like April.
Okay. Were you dating in that period?
No, God, no, no.
Okay.
I wouldn't dare. No, I'm not interested in like we'll get into the whole thing, but no.
Well, let's get into it.
yeah,
You're not
like-
interested in dating off of reality television?
Oh, I don't date muggles. No, I'm kidding. No, it's just so sick and twisted out there. Like I wasn't gonna do the dating apps. I haven't been on the dating apps since I was in college. And so and also like the
That's actually
What?
pretty funny.
He's laughing at your muggle joke.
oh yeah, well that's what I call non-magic Bachelor Nation people is muggles.
Yeah.
But no, I actually should only exclusively date muggles. But yeah, the dating world is really bad. And especially in Newport, it's like I know everybody, it seems. And so I didn't want to get on the apps. I was just like I was like, hot girl summer loading. And actually Bachelor in Paradise called me 2 weeks after I got dumped. So I was like, eyes on the prize, baby, eyes on the prize.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Wow. They work fast. How did you meet your ex then?
Oh, I met him through my mom. My mom set us up.
Okay.
It's crazy.
I knew
Queen,
that.
That's amazing.
I knew that.
Yeah, you knew
Yes, I do remember you saying this. So
Mhm.
you get dumped. You're like, this sucks, but for the best. And then you answer the phone and they're like, hey, Jill, rumor has it you're single. Do you want to
Mhm.
come back? What was your
Yeah.
initial reaction?
I said I'll take the call. I'll take the call. But obviously you guys have been to Paradise, like in that, in Playa Escondida. And so my last experience I wouldn't say was like gleaming. So I was a little hesitant to say yes. And also I'm like more established in my career. I have like a more serious job. And so I was like, I don't know if they would even allow me the time off to do this. So it was definitely a conversation, like multiple conversations had to be had. Many of them just in my own brain of like, do I want to put myself through this again? But once I heard like it was going to be in a new place and they were going to shake things up, and they promised me older, more established men with jobs, jobs, and that was not the case.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like you're not the first person that's come on here and said that they made some promises that they didn't deliver on with the older men. Well, I think I think they did deliver, but
They
just
did.
not enough for all the women that they promised them to.
Right, exactly. Like there was like it was one guy. It was Dale. That was the guy. That was him. And I'd seen Dale in like the Lifetime movies, and I just knew like Dale and I weren't gonna vibe. But like they're like, there's older men there. Okay, well I didn't mean the Goldens, if I'm being frank. Like they did deliver on the older men, but I'm not like wasn't thinking that old. Although
Right.
like my range is like 35 to coffin lately. So I mean, yeah, it just they did the old bait and switch, but it got me there.
Was there anyone that you were hoping to see down there?
Yes, dearly, deeply, of course. Yes.
Who?
Tell us.
There's two people. One and like both are like reaches for sure. But on the last season of Paradise, I fumbled Alex Bordy so hard.
Yes, I remember him.
Like that's the guy. Like that
Wait,
is
really? I don't know if I would have put
yeah.
you two together.
No one would, but it's perfect. In
Okay.
my
Have
head,
you
he
have
knows.
you
Oh yeah, we've like we've spoken on the phone, we text like not regularly, but like we check in with each other, like maybe probably more on my part. But no, I think it would work. Give me 10 minutes in the room with Alex Bordy, I can make something
Well,
work.
why haven't you guys made it like an attempt?
He's not he's got walls up. He's Russian. He's got walls up. He's very like you are here, I am there. Like there was I tried to, I tried to slip in, and then once I saw there was a little resistance, I'm like, you know what, it's fine. It'll just stay a crush. It'll just
Where
stay a
does
okay?
dream.
where
But
does he live?
He lives in Detroit,
Okay, and you are in
Rhode
Newport.
Island.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm in
but
Newport.
you were probably thinking like, if you can get us down here on a beach for 3 weeks, I can make some shit happen.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Who was the
Yeah.
other guy?
The other guy, I don't think I've ever said this ever in my life, but there's this guy who was a night oneer on Michelle's season,
Okay.
and I think we would actually work. Like this is someone I'm like, okay, yeah, like this is like a stable guy. He's tall, he's gorgeous. Former football player.
What's his
Um,
name?
his name's Brian Witzman. He's so tall. He's
Wait, is
friends.
this the guy from Chicago?
Yeah.
Yeah. Clay.
Do you know him?
Yeah.
I
well,
know-
I don't, but
I know him, and
Okay. No.
he was
Yes.
just no. I like him. He's really nice. He was just on vacation with Clay, who I saw because they had a layover in New York for like 24 hours.
That's
So I went
funny.
out to dinner. But yeah, they were just on vacation. So
wait,
I mean,
that's who you went out to dinner with?
yeah, but Brian wasn't there. Brian,
Oh.
it was
Oh.
A
it was
different.
Clay, another guy, and then Brian was not there. But Brian was on vacation with them. So he is
Yeah.
he's a big guy. He's tall.
Yeah, I need a big boy.
Okay.
Have
No,
you
like-
met?
No, we've never met, but we like chatted in the DMs. We've chatted in the
Okay.
DMs.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, I could put the word in if you'd like. I don't
No,
know him
literally
that well,
put the
but,
word in.
but like
the word
Clay's like
somebody.
really close with him.
Yeah, somebody, please, anybody. I'm like but he's like the type of person, established, normal, like he seems like good values, like that's my vibe, right? Like I
Okay.
need this is how I describe my person. It's like they need to be like the core of the earth, and like I'm just like the little la 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 that like, I need like a tether to reality.
Okay, I was gonna ask you. You have such personality. Like, how
Yeah.
are you looking for a guy that like also has that personality? Or are you looking for someone more grounded and like chill?
Oh, I need someone grounded. I
You
need
a
someone
balance.
I need a balance, and I need to be like the funny one. I need to be,
Yes.
Joe's texting right now. Come on,
I
Joe,
could get this
it.
going. You want me to get this going? I might as
Get this
well,
going.
right?
Oh my
I
God,
mean,
please. See, like, so yeah, no, I would love someone with personality. They have to think I'm funny though, like, period. Like, I do need someone more grounded because, like, I look at my sister and my brother-in-law and I'm like, that's what I need.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, well, that's not fun if you're like, I have such personality and you're not giggling at my jokes.
Right. No, totally. And some people just don't get it either because there obviously is more like beneath the surface, but this is just, it's who I am.
Mhm. All right. I love that. Well, Joe tries to set you up with a future husband. Let's get into how did you prep for Paradise? How are you feeling going into it? Because
Oh my God.
I feel like they actually didn't get into this enough while you were on the show.
hmm
That you had been down to Paradise before and you kind of had like a whole situation down there. And I feel like that kind of, we just moved past that on this season.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so I'm very well medicated now.
Congrats.
Thank you. So, and also just like being in a 2-year relationship will do that to you. Like I genuinely thought I was going to settle down with this person. And so I had never like left that space of like I'm ready for the next step. And so, I think touching grass and like getting, really seeing what I want in a partner prepared me because there's some people that like even like I meet or my friends will like propose to me like, "Oh, what about this person?" I'm like, if I was 22, I'd ride this till the wheels fall off. But I'm like 30 and I'm looking for something a little more serious. And so, obviously you learn a lot of lessons when you're in paradise. Like not everything is like life or death. I was definitely thinking like, oh my God, like if I get eliminated, Jesse's going to shoot me out back and no one will ever see me ever again. So like I just learned like it's really not that serious, and we're supposed to be here for fun, and it's supposed to be fun, and you're supposed to get to know people. And so I just wanted to get to know everybody because I should have given everyone a fair shake last time.
And last time you came in kind of in like a preset
Love
triangle with
triangle.
Romeo, right?
Right. Yeah, that was weird. Congratulations, just had a baby. Love that for him.
Oh my God, I
Oh,
forgot
really?
that. I feel like I did
Mhm.
hear that. That's
The
wild.
father.
Congrats to Romeo on fatherhood.
Romeo.
Going in this time, who did you know? Like, was there anyone where you were like, oh, we've met, have my eyes on them? Or were you like, no, I'm not doing that again?
Mm-mm. Oh, no, no, no. I was like, I'm not doing that again. No one also like really piqued my interest. This is no offense to anybody. Like, no one was really like piquing my interest. And so like the people I'd met with obviously like Justin and Andrew. Like, I didn't know Andrew was going to be there. Justin, I had a better idea that was going to be there. So like he was a friendly face. I
Mhm.
knew of Spencer. I'd never met him or spoken to him. Jonathan, and this is one thing I want to clear up. Jonathan said that we had met before. I've never met that
Yeah,
man.
yeah. Okay, so you never met because it was. Did he say you guys were like had a friendship
I thought he was
He
prior?
referring
said
to
that we had
Leia.
met. No, he said that we had met. I wrote it down in my notes.
Oh, okay.
Did he?
He
Oh, I
said
remember him
he
saying
said
that
we
about
had met.
Leia.
No, he said we had met. He said I met Jill once before. That's not true. I spoke to him on the phone through Rachel, but like I've never met that man.
Okay, so we're
Well,
clearing
I
up
mean,
here now.
but
Well, met is a loose term. So
yeah,
Sure.
I would like if we had spoken on the phone,
FaceTime or audio
No.
only?
Audio.
audio. If we had spoken
That's
on the
different.
phone, could potentially say that.
Or like I
mm,
know her. You could say I know her.
I would say we spoke on the. I would probably just
No,
be
you would
direct
just
and
be like,
say I
I
spoke on the phone,
was
but I never
introduced
met
to her
in
on a
person.
phone call,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, like we've spoken before. Yeah, that's not, I've never met that man in my life.
Okay.
okay,
Okay.
all
So
right.
yeah, but I really didn't know who was going to be there, and I know of everybody. You know everyone in the niche, but you don't
You
talk
don't
to
know,
everybody.
no.
No, you
Were
don't
you
know. No.
were you happy about the new setting and the living conditions when you got there?
I was so happy.
Yeah.
Seeing the beds and feeling the AC was just like, the food was great. Like the whole setup was just at first, honestly, when I walked in, I was like, who do I talk to? What do I do? No one's telling me what to do anything. I'm like, it was an adjustment for me coming from like the old guard. Um, and also just like the noise from the waves, like it adds, but I walked in, I literally was like, oh my God, it's really quiet because it was weird. Like the setting took a little bit to adjust to, like this like kind of villa-esque, but oh my God, it was so nice.
Yeah, we
Okay.
were saying it was really giving like Bachelor in Resort. Like you're
Yeah.
taking away like that very heavy beachy feel.
Yeah, which was like I was definitely was not as sandy, but I would have preferred like some white noise, because it could get a little quiet.
A little
Mm.
quiet. Yeah, I did
Yeah.
like falling asleep to the
So
waves and
nice.
the sounds of nature in
Yeah,
paradise.
right.
Okay, so you get a date card, correct?
Yeah,
And you take Jonathan.
yeah.
Okay, so what like the perception of why you took him and why he said he would go was because you guys was it like friendly, like we're friends,
Yeah.
let's just were you on the same page with that?
Yes, we were
Okay.
totally on the same page because when I got the date card, I look like angry because I'm like looking at Susie's and she had the jet ski and I had this like little thing like the VIP suite and I was like, oh, what the because I was gonna take Justin. I said, Justin, I was like, Justin, if I get this date card, you want to go with me? Like, we'll just have fun. Like, I was literally just I was looking around and I was like, there's nobody here for me to take. So Justin, like, please, you're my friend, please, please, please. And he said, well, we'll see what's on that date card because he probably wanted to go jet skiing. So I was like, damn it, like I can't take Justin now. So I was looking for another friendly face, and Jonathan and I had spoken before, and so I went up to him and I was like, you know what, like I know you're with Alex, I don't want to step on any toes, like, will you be my friend? Will you be my friend? But then he was acting like, it was like dog's last cheeseburger vibe. Like he was like, if this is Jill's last day in paradise, I'm gonna make it the best day ever. I'm like, okay, damn, like that was crazy. But but I was happy to go with him as friends. I knew it was friendly. I knew it was just friends.
Dude, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna like cry laughing at that invitation for a second.
No, yeah, I'm
no
sorry.
offense to Jonathan with how hard I'm
No.
laughing right now, but like literally that is what he was doing.
He was doing
You are
dog's
crying.
last day on Earth. Like appointment is booked. I'm about to be euthanized. Like
Oh, sorry. That
What?
was so funny, and I was trying to hold it in because I didn't want to be rude, but like that's literally what was happening.
Okay, so
Oh
depressing.
my god.
all right, and then were there any romantic sparks at all on that date or after that date? What kind of like get into that relationship a little bit because then it ends.
Yeah, you go on this date, you're twistering it up. There's like a kiss shared because you're on top of each other and on a date on The Bachelor. But like,
he's just trying to give you.
He's just trying to give you the best last day of your life.
Yeah.
Trying to give me my last cheeseburger.
Your last cheeseburger.
So I was like, so on the date the whole time, even like the producers, everyone was like, "What's going on here? Like, is this friends? I thought this was just friends."
Oh,
and
okay.
So everyone was like, "What's going on?" And I said, "I don't know. I don't know." But like,
From
obviously,
when he kissed you, was that when like the confusing point came in?
I mean, yeah, like,
or was it just like the overall vibes of the date? It felt like it was going in a more romantic direction than you had expected it to.
Like there was obviously like good banter. Like that was our first time like really spending time with each other, like one-on-one. And so I was like, okay, like this is cool. Like maybe there's a possibility, but like we're just friends, so I don't know. No one wants to broach that topic, right? There's a song that I really love and says friendships ruined with just one kiss. And so I remember laying there and the prompt was like kiss a body part. And I remember thinking in my head, he's gonna kiss my knee because it's the closest thing to him. And he says, well, I guess I'll kiss you on the lips. And I said, okay.
Wait, is that how it went down?
Yeah.
Wait, why did I not? That didn't register in my brain.
Yeah, it's a kiss a body part.
When he was on the podcast, the way he was explaining it to me, I guess I interpreted it as like, oh, we were supposed to kiss, and we were like, oh, we're friends, we can kiss.
No. It said kiss a body part. And I thought he was going to kiss my knee because literally it was the closest thing to him. And I remember thinking that. And then he kissed my lips and I was like, oh, I was like, okay. So, and then he said on your podcast, he said, we kiss friends on the lips. Brother, what?
Yeah, he was like, friends kiss. Like, we can kiss our friends on the lips.
Sorry? Like, I don't, like, maybe my friends I've been best friends with since I was like 5 years old, but like, I just met you, homie. We're on a dating show. What do you think we're doing?
Yeah.
So, and then in his interviews, it was even more confusing to me because like, you obviously see how this progresses. And like, in his interviews, he's like, we're kind of riding the line between flirty and friendly and blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, okay, so I wasn't crazy.
No, and it did translate that you guys were riding the line between flirty and friendly.
Right. And then like what you didn't see was like there was we had like a 30 to 40 minute conversation where we're just sitting there like getting kind of like deep. Like we're kind of getting into it with like the serious conversations. And I was like, okay, this is like really good. Like we're friends, but I still didn't know where we stood after the date, but like obviously there's roses on the table and like I'm gonna try, right? Like I'm gonna at least try. So I just let him know, hey, if you're interested, I know you're with Alex, like no pressure, but if you're into it, I'm into it.
Yeah.
Do you regret at all maybe going in there like basically saying like, hey, this is just a friendly date, like do you want to do this? Do you kind of wish you would have just went in there like, I'm just going to take a shot and if something's there, it's there? No? Okay.
No, because I mean, he also set those parameters as well. Like he said, I think it's gonna be more friendly. He said it was giving like he felt bad for me and he wanted to give me like this nice date. So I just rolled with that. I wasn't going to put any more pressure on it because I didn't want to step on any toes, even though you're supposed to do that. But like, I didn't really want to, and I didn't want to like insert myself. So I was like, and I literally asked the producers, I said, can I go on this date alone? And they said no.
Twister alone would have been kind of awkward, Jill.
Yeah, they're like, it's not that kind of date. I was like, let me just do like a self-love kind of date. No, they didn't let me, so I had to take Jonathan. And so I knew it was just going to be friends, and that was fine with me. Whatever.
Were you at all like considering just leaving? Just like I got down there, I'm not interested in anyone. I have this date card. There's no one I want to bring. I'm leaving.
Yeah, no, when the first night that I got there, I walked back to my room crying. Because I was like, this is really bad. And so did Susie. And I know that like every girl, I know Leia, she too, she got there, she saw the options and she cried. Like that was just the vibe of all of the women where we're like, oh shit, like this is not actually good. And I was going to self-eliminate before, like during the rose ceremony. But then that was my plan. I was just going to go home. I was going to self-eliminate. I was like going to interrupt and be like, hey guys, like I'm just going to go. But then Jonathan said that thing to me before the rose ceremony, which gave me like a little bit of hope. So I was like, let's just like roll the dice and see what happens. But apparently that's not what he meant, I guess.
Well, and I think it is For part one of what you said, I feel like everyone coupled up crazy fast this season. Like, usually when you come down when you and Susie did, like, there's still a decent amount of guys that either, like, their connection went home or their connection has jumped to someone else and they've, like, opened up for availability. Mm-hmm. Like, we're seeing so many couples right at the gate, which makes it way harder for people coming in, obviously. Mm-hmm. And then to the second part of what you're saying with Jonathan, I think it's important information that maybe I didn't realize. I feel like watching it, you guys kept saying, like, we're friends. I'm like, oh, these guys are, like, friends. But you are just, like, you've met and you've locked into the friend zone. It's not like you have this, like, relationship where it's like, it would be weird for us to date now because we've met a couple times. Like, you met on the phone one time, you came in, and yes, you're going on this date as friends. But I can now understand how you were maybe thinking maybe a connection could be developing. For sure.
And also, like, I was going off of the information that I was given. Like, the information that I was given was how he was acting towards me. I guess he's a really flirty person, and that's just, like, not necessarily who I am. And as this, like, kind of develops, like, this, like, you know, whatever our argument was develops, you kind of see that Jonathan considers friends something that I necessarily don't consider friends. And so, like, you can kiss your friends. Okay, that's not really how I see it. Like, you know, and then he said, you're making my decision harder, and that whole thing. And so I was going off the information that I was given was that, oh, there was something about our conversation and about our connection that was making his decision harder. How else was I supposed to interpret that?
Yeah. No, I think that's how you should
interpret it. And I do see his perspective. Like, I see his perspective where, like, oh, I had this connection that I didn't have with Alex, but it wasn't specifically about Jill, but I didn't specifically say that. Like, I can understand where a miscommunication could happen, but just, like, after that conversation on the daybed, that was it for me. I was just like, okay, cleared up, understood.
Well, he didn't really have a connection. He didn't have a connection with Alex either. Like, he did not have a connection with Alex.
No, so. not really. No.
Had they, like, ended at that point? I'm trying to remember.
Yes. Yeah, they had ended. And so that's why I was confused. I was like, I have the rose and no one's pursuing me. I was like, that's really strange. Like, Jonathan's not putting in any effort, even as friends. Do you think I wanted to give my rose to Sean? No. Like, I would have much rather. I'm no stranger to a friend rose. Like, if Jonathan is truly there for me, because I did feel like a connection to Jonathan, like, if it's just on an emotional level, that's fine. But I felt more of a connection towards Jonathan than I did towards Sean. And he could have gotten that rose, but he was putting in no effort. And I remember Dale saying, closed mouths don't get fed. And I said, period, clock it. Like,
go Dale.
Right. So it's like, right, closed mouths don't get fed. Sean's at least putting in effort, even if it's like just to get the rose. I mean, he's putting in effort.
Yeah.
I got to reward that. I'm not going to reward something that's, like, not serving me, right?
Yeah, well, and you're probably looking at Sean like, all right, you're at least trying. You're showing that you want to be here, even if it's not with me. And, like, yeah, you deserve the opportunity to then stay and, like, keep putting in that effort. Hopefully someone will come down that you're, like, you know, ready to go for.
Right, like, you're playing ball. Like, Jonathan, it didn't seem like he wanted to stay almost. And some of the things he said to me were, like, a little disparaging. Like, he was saying that, like, he insinuated that I was a charity case. Like, well, I did something really nice for you, so you should be nice to me. Brother, what? Like, it was so confusing. I'm just like, wow, like, that was not really nice of you to say. Like, I'm not a charity case. I'm not pining after you specifically. I'm just expecting, like, clear communication.
Yeah.
It was bizarre.
Let's dive into the conversation between you guys at the bar.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. It was giving, like he'd had a few drinks, you guys had a few drinks, and, like, you could not get the communication. No, I know. I mean, there's a drink limit on the show. I'm just saying, like, the communication was so disconnected. Like, I felt like
she assumed you were drunk.
No, I knew you guys weren't drunk. I was just providing, like, a visual. Yeah. Like,
it was such a pathetic conversation.
You're like,
you were
what's happening here? Like, it is not clicking between these two people.
No, it's not clicking because when I walked by, I said I was going to bed. I was saying my good nights, and he pulled me. He says, "I'm so sorry," and I said, "Why?" Because truly, I had been over it. Why are you apologizing to me? There's nothing to apologize for, right? Like, I'm over it. I deaded it. Let's just say I deaded it. And so he's bringing it back up. And at one point in the conversation, I said, Jonathan, is this apology more for you or is it for me? Because I don't need an apology. It sounds like you're trying to right the wrong of like you coming off as, however you're coming off. You're not feeling secured in the way that ended. And I have to now provide that for you. It's not an apology for me. It's an apology so you can feel better. That's what I gleaned from the conversation. And he was
Gotcha.
getting emotional. And I was like, well, what's going on here? Like, why are you feeling emotional about this? There's nothing to like, I don't feel negatively towards you. Am I a little confused and annoyed? Sure. But I don't feel, and I think what happened was like, he had said that, um, like the way that we see friends clearly didn't. He was like, well, you're acting a different way towards me. Well, yes, because I treat my romantic partners, my potential romantic partners differently than I treat my friends.
Hmm.
And so I don't think he was like comfortable with that.
Do you think he had a sense of guilt and was like worried, like, oh no, Jill thinks I'm like a bad guy and I don't
Yeah.
want her to think that about me and I want us to be on good terms, and like
Hmm.
thought from that conversation that you were going to be like, it's all good. I think you're amazing. We're great. And like, because you weren't really giving that to him,
Hmm.
he just kind of like kept going.
Yeah, he like kept going. And like the thing with me is like once I find out something about a person, it's not like I hold a grudge, but I'm just like, that's in my head. I don't have to like love everybody dearly. And I just honestly needed space from that because the information that I was given was not clear information. And so I'm not going to keep putting my energy and time into a relationship that is not like serving me, especially after you say some like weird things to me, acting like I'm charity, acting like I should be grateful that I took you on this date. Oh my God, I should be so grateful that you went on the date with me. Like he was almost making me feel like I should be like thanking him and I should be, which is like, dude, oh yeah, how awful it was to spend time with me. How terrible. I'm so sorry you had to do that and play Twister. I mean, I kind of am, but like it was just he was making me the whole time I felt crazy. The whole time I felt crazy and the messages were not getting through.
Do,
Yeah.
do you think do you think he was also worried about how he was going to be perceived from the audience? Do you think that had
That is the main reason that I believe. I don't think he actually cares about me because he hasn't reached out to me since. Um and so like fine. Fine, 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 but like I know that you want to be you're the good guy. I said certified good guy. I rescind that certification not because I don't think that he has like the potential to be like a good guy, but I think he's so worried about how he's perceived rather than the actual feelings because I didn't need that apology. Like he needed to sit with that, like sit with the discomfort and like the way he's being, the way he's moving rather than the way I'm feeling. I can feel however I want.
Yeah, I think we see that more like as years go on, more people that come on reality TV in general, but like especially The Bachelor, it seems like people
Mm,
like if they get labeled the good guy or the good woman,
right.
like they really want to hold on to that or harness that because and they get
Yeah.
so worried that that's going to fall apart.
Yeah, but it could
Right.
also
And
even be more of a micro skill if he doesn't want his friends and the people there that he's spending every
mhm.
day with, or Jill, to think he's a bad guy.
For sure. Yeah.
Totally, totally. I fully understand that. I've never personally had that because I've never been the good guy or the good girl. So I'm not like, but I can totally understand that. And I would have thought I would still have like thought that he was a good guy if he had just come to me and been honest and not tried to flip my words and not tried to manipulate me into thinking that I should be grateful or that I made me feel like I'm a charity case or, you know, X, Y, and Z. I would have still thought that. He said that I was questioning his intentions when I asked, why are you apologizing? And I said, no, I wasn't questioning your intentions. I was just simply asking, why do you feel the need to apologize? Because I don't feel like there's a need to apologize. But like every little thing that I said was like, I'm going to flip it. I'm going to flip it. I'm going to flip it.
Mm.
And that's weird to me. That's strange. And I don't know what you're doing because you're supposed to be wanting a rose from me, I guess. But like, you're not acting like it. It was
Yeah.
so weird. It was so strange.
Yeah, there's a deep lack of compatibility between the two of you as
No,
friends or
totally.
romantic partners.
No, absolutely. And I'm fine with like, I'm fine with like letting it go and letting that like be in the past and like, I wish you all the best, God bless. But don't try to make me feel like a charity case. Don't put
Yeah.
that on me. That's weird. That's not
Yeah.
fair.
We see this week you self-eliminate. Congrats. Way to go.
Thank you. I know. I love
do
doing
you
that.
do you regret it? Do you regret it at all? Like, what was going through your head? Or were you just fed up of just, my person is definitely not here?
Yeah. I know one thing about me, I'm not going to overstay my welcome. Like,
Yeah.
I'm going to go. I had the writing was on the wall, and like I know when it's my time to go when I lose my sparkle, because I am not an insecure person outside of this environment. I'm not going to seek validation from men who see me only as a friend when I know I deserve more. I know that my guy's not coming. Alex Bordy's at home in Detroit. Brian Witzman or whatever his last name is in Chicago. He's not
Well,
in
that
Costa
message is
Rica.
being relayed right now. So
Thank you. Thank you, Joseph.
you're
But like,
welcome.
you know, so I just knew that my time was up because everyone was just like, I'm like, why are you guys acting weird towards me? Like, there were times, which is really sad, there were times when I saw all the couples together and I was like supposed to meet a couple with Sean, and I felt so weird and I didn't want to interrupt theirs that I would literally go to the bathroom or like
Yeah.
go to my room
Yeah.
and sit in my room. Like, that sucks. And I'm
Yeah.
not that way in real life. I'm not like, I mean, I could catch a guy any day of the week if I really wanted. Is he going to be quality? Probably not. But like, I'm not that person outside of this. And so I'm not going to stay somewhere where I know that the reason why I came here wasn't to like, hey, be on TV, play Survivor. Like
Yeah.
I'm just going to go. Why am I
Yeah.
here?
It is like, I am still, I guess, just shocked by the fact that it's so coupley so early. Like, was it
So
like
weird.
that on your season?
I don't know why you keep saying that.
Because I just feel like, and I mean, look, I only have our experience to go off of. And look, we obviously coupled up early, so it sounds like ironic for me to say this, but we were all still hanging out very like cohesively as a group or in little groups. It wasn't like two. Everyone was coupled up all over the beach.
The only strong couple on this beach right now currently is
Spencer and Jess.
Spencer and Jess.
There's Barely and Jeremy.
Bailey.
And Jeremy.
But I would say, I guess it's not it's not how many strong couples there are. It's how isolated the hangouts for the couples are. Maybe that's the new like location, and it just makes it easier to do that.
Well, I don't know, like everyone would be around the bar, like with their person. And so like I was, hanging out with the Goldens and I was like third wheeling Kat and Dale, like nobody's business. And like, but again, I just don't want to like insert myself when like you're trying to connect and I know my person's not going to be here. I say, I know I'm an acquired taste. Like, acquire some taste, people. Like, I know I'm an acquired taste and that's like beautiful and I love that about myself and I'm not going to change. But like, we know the people in Bachelor Nation. Who the fuck is coming down? No one. And so I'm just not gonna, and especially when like Alicia came in, I'm like, oh my God, she's gorgeous. I'm toast. Like there's no reason for me to be here.
Did you
And
care though? Did you care that Sean was gonna potentially go talk to Alicia? Did that bother you at all?
No.
Okay.
No, what bothered me was that April was stealing all of my men. Like, what bothered me was like, everyone's doing their cute little thing with their person for the Birds of Paradise, and Sean chose April.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Yeah, that was tough.
okay.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
I mean,
So that was, like,
entertaining, but tough.
entertaining. No, that was like the nail in the coffin for me. Like the coffin could not float even if you tried, but there were many nails in the coffin. But that was like, okay, there's someone here for him. He's in a good spot. I'm gonna go.
Yeah. I guess. I mean, I don't want to blame it, like you said, kind of like on the setting, because I just feel like that it just seems maybe it's just the people. But I will say,
So it's
like,
just me.
Well, no, because even on our
True.
season of Paradise, there was more just like group hangouts.
Yeah, like
it was
girls
usually
were hanging, boys were hanging, combos,
Yeah, it really was. It very seldomly was just like couple paired off in this couple corner, couple paired off in that corner. Like that really wasn't a thing to like the
end.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that makes it, it's already hard, I feel like, to be in your situation where you're like, I'm single down here and everyone's coupled up.
Mm-hmm.
And then B, to feel like you're probably just kind of feeling awkward on a low level at all times in terms of how you're moving around the space.
Yeah, and it's like also like no offense, like all of those guys are great, but they're not my guy.
Yeah.
Like I'm not like maybe I can make something work with Brian. I'm not doing that. Maybe I could make something work with Dale. I'm not doing that. Like there was truly no one that I could see anything with, and I was wasting my time and I was wasting their time, and I was like from trying to get their validation, which is so ew. Why am I doing that? Like I was feeling worse.
Yeah.
I think they just need more contestants down there. I think it gets to a point where, because you're not the only one. You know, there's been a few this season that's just like, well, there's nobody. There's
even
no
Susie,
one.
Like, you know, slim pickings.
Yeah,
there was slim pickings because, and I understand that they had to make room for the Goldens, right? And so, because normally there's like 12 guys, but this time there were 6, and so I was like, ooh, bloodbath every week. 4 people are going home. Yikes. Yeah. And also, like, I had 24 hours to make a connection, and that's not a lie. That is exactly how much time I had. So coming down, like, normally, like, the old guard, you would have 3 or 4 days to make something happen. No, I had 24 hours, so that really sucked.
Yeah, you really need to get, like, there really needs to be a lot of luck involved in the way the show is kind of set now.
Like, making a connection down there is like catching lightning in a bottle. Like, and especially for someone like me who's not, like, a heavy hitter, like, whoa, like Susie, you know, it's like Susie and then Jill, like, I hope you're hungry for nothing. Like, that's what I felt like when I walked in. I was like, oh my God, sorry guys. Like, it was strange. It was weird.
Yeah.
How did you feel after you left, finding out that the format was going to do a bit of a pivot and $500,000 was involved? Because we see that at the teaser for the rest of the season at the end of the episode after you've sent yourself home.
Yeah, no, I don't care. Like, I'm the least competitive person ever. I'm like, do I want $500,000? Yeah. But do I want to go through the means to get that and, like, make a fake couple with whoever? Who was I even going to couple up with? Like, if there was someone there that I could genuinely see something with, yeah, sure, darn, that sucks. But, like, there was no way to get to the $500,000. There was no path to get there. So I didn't really care.
Right. Yeah. That makes sense. Like, if I'm Susie, I might be like, maybe I should answer Jeremy's call a little differently. But like in your situation, you're like, I would have literally been coupled up with someone that I had genuinely no romantic interest in.
Yeah. Why am I going to do that? Yeah. That would be hell on earth for me.
Yeah.
That's totally fair.
Jill, that's it. We're running out of time. Thank you so much for coming on. Always a pleasure talking to you. I don't think you'll go back on this show.
I don't think I will either, but anybody else hit me up, you know?
Yep. Jill, thank you so much for taking the time. We really appreciate it.
Love you guys. Thank you. Hey, Joe, follow up on that for me.
I will. Yeah, I will. And to all our listeners, thank you for tuning in to Bachelor Happy Hour. Make sure you download and subscribe to the podcast.
We have new and exclusive interviews for you every single week. Thanks for listening. Bye.